The last part with pair work is that is a forum.
The last part is what you upload to the forum. The last part, when you do the infographic, yes. So when you do the infographic, but after we read, after we discuss, you will do the infographic, yes?
Okay.
That's the last one. Yes, that goes to the forum. Okay, so now you will work in groups. We will work in groups again. So Francisco, let's work with Lucia. So we'll have to rearrange you, okay? But you go and work with pairs at least. Ahí está Paola.
Hi.
All right. Okay, so did you have time to skim quickly the PDF? Okay, so which words did you notice that caught your attention? What is most important? Yeah,
with Javi and Lucy. Like number one, we said concepts. They are 12 steps. Concepts with it is a keyword.
Concepts like this, the 12 steps. Concepts, yes. What else is important?
Different forms. And places.
This is a phrase. Places. Yes, here different forms. Yeah.
Creative. Different.
Yeah, here places is creative.
Creative. And reading.
Yes. Exactly. So they are all related to language. So we might have reading, or we might have everything related to reading. Yes, to words, reading, writing. Yes. Phrases. Anyone else wants to complete this? Catalina, Vanessa, do you have any other words to complete here?
Words, let me see. Concept, place, and we select the game or synonymous. Synonyms. Yes.
Synonyms.
Yes.
Synonyms. Synonyms. Synonyms.
And game.
Game.
Where students play with words and thereby they interact with new words of a fun, engaging way.
Yes,
so
exactly.
They learn faster.
Games are important to learn language. Yes, so 5 synonyms. That is very much related to vocabulary in general, yes? Expand vocabulary. Synonyms, yes. Vocabulary in general. Everything that has to do with language, yes? Reading, writing, synonyms, vocabulary, games with words, yes. And phrases?
Phrases, opportunity to help students increase vocabulary.
Exactly. Increase vocabulary. Excellent. So always think that whatever you do in the classroom is important for your student to have exposure to that, because that is a way in which they can improve vocabulary. So in that sense, they will learn synonyms, antonyms, nouns, verbs, adjectives, different phrases, exposure to language. So that's the main idea you gather from that reading. And you have lots of wonderful techniques to do this, to keep your students in contact with language. And then, well, some of you told me you were watching the videos. So have you watched the first video, or do we watch together to have an idea?
A little bit.
Okay, so we can watch together. Yes, let us watch together, and we can, so that you observe and we can discuss. Yes, we can discuss together what we see in video 1. And remember everything you have read in the 12 steps and this video, what we see here. We see here, okay? All right, so we're going to share, but I need to share with you the audio. Okay, let us watch the video.
How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Fine, thank you. Yeah. Today we are going to have a conversation with these two persons. This is Pat and this is Tom. Yeah. They are going to say hello, and I want you to listen. Look at this. Hi, Tom. Hi, Pat. How are you? I am fine, thank you. And you? I am fine. Yeah. Where are you going? I am going to the cinema. Okay? Now you are Pat and now you are Tom. Okay. Hi, Tom. Listen and repeat, yeah? Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
How are you?
How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
I am fine, thank you.
And you?
And you?
I am fine, thank you.
I am fine, thank you.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
I'm going to the cinema.
I'm going to the cinema.
Okay? Now vice versa. You agree? You are Pat and you are Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
How are
Hi,
Pat.
Pat.
Hi, Pat. Okay, how are you?
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Fine, thank you.
And you? Fine.
Fine, thank you.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Repeat. Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Where are you going? I'm going to the cinema.
I'm going to the cinema.
Okay? Yeah? One more time. Yeah? Now, like the beginning. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm fine, thank you.
And you?
And you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm fine, thank you.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
I'm going to the cinema.
I'm going to the cinema.
Okay, volunteer. Who wants to be Pat? Who wants to be Tom? Yes, you want to be Pat? And who wants to be Tom? A volunteer? Over here? Yes? Okay, very good. Ah. Yeah.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Pat.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Where are you? Where are you going?
I'm going to the cinema.
Okay, very good. Yes? Okay.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, we can.
okay. So what were they practicing? So Phoebe had an idea. What were the students practicing in the class?
A pronunciation, and I don't know how is the pronunciation. Dialogue.
The dialogue, yes.
Dialogue.
The dialogue, they were practicing a dialogue and pronunciation. Yes, Francisco, what they were practicing? What were they practicing? What were they practicing? Any other? Yes, but according to what we saw in the 12 steps, what is this classroom and class lacking? Is the same as was from what we read in the 12 steps? Is it similar or is it different?
Have something similar with the conversation about real life.
Yes. And what is different?
And how they do it.
Yes, how they do it. This is like very repetitive, like very, it doesn't seem to be a very realistic conversation on the one hand, but what else can you say? Can you see that is different from what you read in the 12 steps with all those examples?
Pero vamos a ver el otro video.
Yes,
o
we're
no?
going to watch. Yes, we watch the other video. We are just discussing video 1. What can you say?
I think that teachers separate for teams.
Yes, they separate in teams. And what is different? What else is different from?
They are not being creative. I mean,
No.
they are not talking about themselves.
Yes, exactly. So this is not a realistic conversation. They're not talking about themselves or their experiences. And moreover, how are they? Are they exposed to language? Remember that the 12 steps wants us to be surrounded by language, that we have awesome language, that we have anchor charts, word walls. Do we have this in this classroom? What do you see?
No, I didn't see it.
No, you didn't see. So you didn't see exposure. Where do these words come from? Did they learn them before? Did they practice them before? So again, this is something we need to pay attention a lot to when we think of an activity with children. We need to teach the language. We need to expose them to the language. Let them hear, read, work with the language. Otherwise, everything seems to deleted from reality. Yes, separated from reality. Phoebe?
I think is if someone is tell them what they should say, that is not working for them.
No, it's not working. They can't remember. Yes, it's everything from memory. So this is an example of a method that was very old. Yes, very used in old times. That was called the audiolingual method, and that was the basis of audiolingual. Yes, you listen to something and you repeat it. Listen and repeat it. Yes, that was the method. And sometimes that was not in a context. It didn't refer to real life, to experiences of people. It was just isolated language that you heard and repeated. Yes, you heard from sometimes with headphones and repeated. Just listened and repeated. But it proved good for some people to learn the language, but it was absolutely probably not good for others who needed other exposure, as we said, to the language. Now we will see the second class. I was opening it in my browser, and we will compare. And this is what you need to do in your task, in task 3. Okay, here it is, teaching oral language.
And when we have been writing realistic fiction, we imagined a character and we described a setting. Eric, you did such a good job describing the setting in your story. Remember, it was in the forest. He described the trees, and Manoa described the setting in his story. And some of us are still working on that. Today, we are going to be looking at 3D shapes, and we are going to be building a city. So we've talked a little bit about the city. We looked at some of the vocabulary and some of the things from our big book. And so today, I want to talk about some of the things you see in the city, some of the things that maybe you want to build in your own city. Okay, so let's look at some of the sentence frames that I've included. The first one is, there is. Try there is. Good repeating. And we'll use this if you just want to say you see one thing. So you might say, there is a skyscraper. What?
A skyscraper.
But if you see 2 or 3 things, you would say, there are. Try it.
There are.
So I might say, there are lots of cars. Because there's not just one, there are lots. So Then you might just want to talk about something else you see in the city. Try it.
The city.
You might say in the city.
In the city.
And if you want to use the future, because maybe you're going to think about building something in your own city, you can say, I will build.
I will build.
Excellent. So we're going to begin our discussion. Now remember, I put a star by this challenge vocabulary. We talked about this, that this is the central business district. Try that.
Central business.
Okay.
You might sell something there, or you might buy something in the central business district. So you might try this vocabulary word in your discussion.
Okay. So in this class, yes, so it's longer. You can keep watching it on your own. And here you have discussion builders and sentence frames. And today we were also using sentence frames and discussion builders in a way to write our forum postings. So as you see, this is used with little children or also with adults when we want to help them with certain phrases, sentence structures, so that they can fill in with the necessary words. So I agree with you because I disagree. I agree. So this is, again, ways to start or finish a discussion. Okay, so you can continue watching the video later when you complete your task. The important thing here is to discuss how is this class different and similar, yes, and what can you see in this class that can relate more to what you read in the 12 steps? What can you say? What can you see? For example, what about the language that surrounds the children?
I don't know, but
Oh, you do know.
I think they are similar. They are using oral language.
Yes, a more realistic conversation in which the teacher explains about the words they are going to use. And what about the words? Can they see the words? Can they see the sentences they need to use?
Yes. In
Yes.
the second video, yes.
In the second video, so you were saying this class is much better just because it is surrounded by the language students need to learn and practice.
Yeah.
So of course, it's a different situation from the first one in which we are isolated. We do not know where the language comes from and what do they need to practice. And you can find lots and lots of other details. So in what way these two classes are similar and in what way they are different? How are they similar? At least one characteristic. They try to, do they try to develop in students?
Dialogue?
To develop oral language, you can say. Yes. Oral language. Yes. Yes, dialogues and vocabulary practice. And in what are they different?
Strategies of learning or teaching.
They offer different strategies for learning and for teaching and learning. Yes, exactly. So we can strategies. So we can practice those that oral language development with different strategies. Yes, to develop language, and you can see the one and the other and think which would be the best for you. Yes, if you had to teach children here in Linares, which one would you use? How do you create a better environment? How how would you implement the steps to create a rich environment for English, for learning English in a school in the Linares area? So this is something you need to think about, yes?
Using words in the walls.
I would expose students to language. Yes, that's something idea, yes, students to language. And you have many ways of doing that. Having books, having posters, as we said, vocabulary, the sentence frames that we see in this video, the discussion frames as well. So the students can practice a language they see and they repeat and they learn every day. So in relationship to the 12 steps, yes, the text and compare the content to the video. So what can you see from the 12 steps in class 1? What can you see from the 12 steps in class 1?
Maybe a daily conversation.
Daily conversation, yes.
Maybe.
Language, yes. Some language use, yes. Okay. The conversation and language use. They use language for something, yes. And what do you see in class 2 from the 12 steps?
Words in the walls.
Word walls, yes. Word walls. Sentence frames.
The step 8, play with words.
Games with words. With words. Sentence frames. But more than more realistic conversation. Talking about conversation, yes. A realistic conversation, because even when it is guided, and students are learning new vocabulary, but they're talking about real things that they can see, because they also have something else apart from words. What do they have that they relate? Word and what else? In the second video, what do they see? Words and only words?
Images.
Images, pictures. So if you see here, you can see that there is a big poster with all the elements that they can see in the city. Yes, in the city, in the central business district. So they have images, they have words. Yes, they have images, they have words, and they have probably been learning this from before. Yes, plus the sentence frames, plus a constant support from the teacher to relate, make connections. Remember cognitivism. They are making connections between all of these elements to learn the language. So it's not that they are just memorizing something. Yes, word walls, sentence frames, posters, and images. Always remember, they go together. Sentence frames, games of words, and realistic conversation. Yes, excellent. So then you can have more ideas here, yes, about how to implement this in the school in Linares. So you can say that you need to expose the students to the language, to images, to posters, to actions. Remember everything we saw also last year in literature, because everything is related, yes, so how we can help our students learn the language better. And finally, you will do your display. So if you go to this website, you will find lots of displays. So muchas formas de exposición, yes, different ways in which you can express your ideas on how to use, how to create an environment, language-rich environment, and also an emotionally rich environment. So you have both language, learning environment, but also emotional environment. And here you have tools for creating infographics and visualizations. It's not only infographics. Infographics is one of the options, but not the only one. Yes, so you have a picture chart, well, easily different tools, yes. Most of them are infographics or are around the idea of infographics, but this is not the only one, yes, not the only one, and they are used for referring to different kind of for different information, kind of information, yes. But I am not going to influence you. It's just for you to have an idea. Okay. So you're going to add words, concepts, as Phoebe was saying, and also images. Yes? As you can see, all of them have some kind of image, graphic organizer, or a video, even up to a video. What else? Posters, infographics, so different kinds of tools. So you're free to choose that one and upload it to the forum, and that will be forum 3, which you also have to comment as we practice today. Okay, so we will revise the end of our class today. What is it that we need to do for next class? Okay. I need to, so everything goes to the Bitacora, so the Bitacora, Learning Bitacora or portfolio, you know that. Okay, time for reflection. So what did we learn today? What I learned today?
How comment in a forum?
How to write comments in a forum, yes. Okay, but I need the, okay, I need that one too. Where can I write? What? But I cannot add another one. I see. Sometimes it gets difficult. Okay, so we need to add one of these. One. Okay. All right. What is the problem? I don't know what the problem is. Okay, so normally when I do this, I create another another place to write. Okay, so here we learned. Okay.
You need to change the color of the
yes,
letters.
Yes, exactly. But it's something strange. I cannot. No, doesn't allow me. Okay, so we will create a new slide. Okay, so we learned, and then I will revise that. We learned how to write the forum postings for our classmates. Yes, forum postings. Something else we learned?
Different ways to create a rich environment.
Ways to create a rich learning environment, language learning environment. Remember here mainly we are learning language. So exposing our students to language, yes. And different ways also to different techniques for teaching language. Different. All right. Then one question. One important question I have. for the future. What is an important question you might have? One question? You don't have questions?
I don't know.
I
No?
don't know.
No questions? Okay, if you don't have questions, it's okay. So this is something, and still we need to learn more on how to download this knowledge from other settings to our teaching and practice here in our region. Yes. So we need to learn how to accommodate teaching techniques to our setting. Yes. Okay, this is something we need to learn for next class. Yes, and do the infographic. Okay. So next class is the 26th of April. So you will accomplish task 3. Remember, task 2 is completed. Most of you, if not, you will receive a text from me, but today I was giving you feedback. So check materials to accomplish task 3 on Educandos. Yes. Follow the classes again and every material we do in class, so they are all useful for you to complete the previous tasks, and in this case also your participation in the forum. So especially remember to participate in the forums. This is a topic of today. Forum 2. So today we practice. Yes, I am going to upload the materials. Today will relate to how to write your comments to forum 2 postings. Finish today. And then forum 3 in week 5. Okay. Complete all delayed tasks and keep Bitácora's portfolios updated. Yes? Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, it is. Teacher, I
Okay.
have a question related with a word that you write before. Setting. What is mean? What?
Setting, el lugar. El lugar. Setting is un lugar, un place.
¿Y también significa ajuste o es de la mía?
Ah, sí, también son los ajustes, claro, como la programación de un ajuste. Also the settings. But the setting is a place. So for example, here we have different settings in the Linares area. We have a rural area, a rural setting, schools in the rural area, schools in urban areas, for example. Those are different settings for teaching. Okay, and remember, next class you will present. Yes, next you will share. You will share your visual display. Yes? Is that clear? So you will share in class at the beginning, before we begin with a new topic. You will start with sharing your displays, whether it is a poster, an infographic, or whatever you decided to do. Plus, they will be in the forum week 3. And according to Educandos, remember, we will delay the beginning of Unit 2, so you will still continue finding Educandos materials in the same, so Educandos will be with a design that we presented already. It's a tiles or mosaico, la presentación de mosaico. So we are still in tile 1. The materials for today will be there.
Teacher, you,
So here.
so,
Yes, can you see now?
yeah, now yes.
Yes, so this is the general page, the introduction page. Then it is introduction to learning theories. And this will be the last class in this tile, because otherwise it's too long. Okay, so it will be the last one here. But here in tile 1, you have to complete all of the tasks and remember forum. So task 2 is uploaded here. This is the forum. Then here you have materials to complete tasks. Here you have the forum, because the task here is not so important as the product that you need to upload to the forum. So complete the task because you need to upload it to the Bitácora, to your portfolio. But here the most important thing is your display. Okay, are we clear then? Everything we have to do? Do you have any question?
No, so far.
I think so.
Okay, so it was long, but I think we needed to take some time, take some time
Don't
to
worry.
clarify things. And please work consistently. Next, so this week, task 3 is finished and the forum participations are finished so that I
Okay.
can upload your grades. Okay, so nice to see you. And if you need
Take
to
care.
talk to me, so Lucia and Francisco, because you have been absent previous classes, we can talk in a minute. Okay, so
Teacher,
see you. Yes,
so
questions?
if we have some questions later when we do the task, can we write it here?
Yes, write to me an email or a WhatsApp and you can find me quickly.
I
Anytime.
don't have your WhatsApp.
Okay, Phoebe will share.
Okay.
We will share
Okay.
my contact.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah.
I'm so
You're
sorry.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, teacher.
Anytime,
Bye-bye.
contact
Take
me.
care.
You
Yeah.
take
Thank
care.
you.
Contact me.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Take care.
Bye.